is there going to be a mistrial? We watched as defense attorneys walked out of the courtroom to discuss their options. The retired investigator was extremely important for the state's case, and now he won't be allowed to come back. I can tell you that we got a lot of updates from the commissioner, but first I want to show you just how active it still is here at this intersection. He told his mom that he heard gunshots in the classroom next to his. He, of course, was locked down in his classroom, but that's a terrifying call, a terrifying text to get as a parent. Lil Baby's lawyers say Atlanta police even referencing the rapper in connection to this deadly shooting was complete and total nonsense. Special Agent in Charge Stephen Schrenk says they're bringing in numbers like never seen before and working to deport undocumented immigrants as fast as possible. And those allegations, they're all listed out in this letter that was sent to city, state, and federal agencies. At City Hall, 5 workers in the Atlanta Office of Inspector General are referring several of their investigations to the federal government. In this letter sent to city, state, and federal agencies, the workers also ask for whistleblower protection, saying they fear retaliation from city officials. The allegations list multiple criminal investigations this office was working on and now claim they're unable to continue due to recently passed city legislation that prohibits the office from investigating criminal matters. The workers want the protections for themselves and those who reported the alleged misconduct. Those allegations include claims that millions of dollars went to groups that are affiliated with city employees and that those groups mismanaged the donated funds. Even top officials are named, including Mayor Andre Dickens and Courtney English, who is the chief policy officer. Those city officials are firing back. A spokesperson for Mayor Andre Dickens saying his administration was unaware of the allegations, also saying, quote, releasing information about active investigations is dangerous, unethical, and possibly illegal. English's attorney, Michael Sterling, said in an email to city council members that he objects to the OIG's recent actions, saying the propagation of gossip by the OIG is not merely a lapse in judgment, but a serious breach of ethical conduct. Atlanta City Council members were also briefed on the letter. Council member Michael Julian Bond says he is concerned about the conduct coming out of the Inspector General's office.
If you are investigating someone, it's based on an allegation, and the facts have to be proven. And so now they have exposed even more employees to, I guess, public, at a minimum, public exposure and maybe even public ridicule.
This letter comes after the previous Inspector General, Shannon Manigault, resigned after the City Council claimed her office issued subpoenas that violated Georgia code. And we are working to get a response from the previous Inspector General. However, we did reach out to the Georgia Attorney General's office, and they confirmed they received the letter but said they have no role in this matter. The U.S. Attorney's Office declined comment.
He was so full of life. Walked into a room, lit up the room.
9 years later, Shawana Edmond still remembers her son vividly. Every little detail about Donovan Thomas Jr.
I could write a book about him. My gentle giant. My second born, 26 wonderful years. I thank God for. And we'll do it all over again if I have to.
Thomas, who was also known as Peanut, was a father to 2 kids. He loved his family and had many things going for him, including a clothing line. But with those memories comes one that Edmond sadly can't forget.
January 10, 2015, my world changed. Stood still.
The 26-year-old was shot and killed in an alleged gang-related incident in the Castleberry Hill neighborhood, a murder that became a big focus of the YSL trial, a case that was internationally watched due to its celebrity ties, with rapper Young Thug at the center.
They didn't know Donovan in 2015. They just knew him from the point of this trial and the persons who was involved.
On Tuesday, Edmond was in the courthouse when the remaining 2 defendants, Diamante Kendrick and Shannon Stillwell, were found not guilty on charges related to Thomas's murder.
And unfortunately, that didn't happen in our paper, but as a family, we're okay. It's time for me to pick up the pieces.
Edmond still wants justice, though she says it would be hard to go through another trial and be let down. She wanted to make a statement in the courtroom at one point, but wasn't able to do so, which is why she is speaking out now.
I'm sad, but I'm happy, too. I have happy tears, too, knowing the child that I raised and the love that he's given 10 years later, 9 years later.